Hello everyone, welcome to my continuing playthrough of TACOMA, a sci-fi mystery. We've been aboard the station a short time, and we've already learned some interesting clues as to what happened aboard the station about 3 days ago. We've been able to get these clues by examining computer logs, emails, text messages, certain artifacts in people's offices. We've also been able to view these holographic recordings of interactions between the crew members. Here's what we've learned so far. First of all, the station was damaged by orbital debris. The debris struck the reserve oxygen tanks, which left the crew enough air to breathe for only about 50 hours. Furthermore, the communications facilities were damaged, which meant they had no way of calling for help. So in this recording here, they had just learned of what had happened. They did not yet have a plan for how to survive. We've also learned some interesting things about the crew members. For example, over here, Clive, the operations specialist, had some tender feelings for Evie St. James, the station administrator. One of Clive's friends, a co-worker, or more like a friend working for another company called Carnival, had warned him of the dangers of these kinds of relationships. Ms. St. James was still dealing with some grief from the loss of her sister. And her sister, we don't know how she died, but apparently it was pretty tragic. We also know that Ms. St. James was the member of a labor union and was following their activities. Meanwhile, over here, mechanical engineer Roberta Williams and Natalie Kurashenko, the network specialist, they were in some kind of relationship, and they were talking about sticking it out one more year aboard the station before leaving the station to live elsewhere. And meanwhile, our medic, Sarah Hazmati, was having some interesting conversations with Odin, the onboard artificial intelligence. So, by looking at the bar in the bottom center of the screen, we can see check marks on all of the critical points of this playback, which means that we've gathered all of the necessary clues for this recording. But there are other recordings elsewhere on the station, and it's our job to go through them to try to learn how the story unfolded, what happened to the crew, because clearly they're not here. So let's go back to the exit. And we're going to double back here. We were just in administration, and here's operations, and there's a message here on our portable computer. Alright, the AR data you're encountering is coming through to us as well. It'll leave a recovery signature, but that's okay. And right now, the upload of this set of AI data is at 53%. So we still have time to burn. And it looks like I have a text message. Let's see what we have. I don't need this right now. Subcontractor Farrier. For security reasons, AR crew record data is deleted automatically. Accidental data retention by the automated system does not confer contractor access privileges to this confidential information. Your cooperation is appreciated. Signed, Venturi's Contractor Liaison 68179. So apparently, this liaison does not like the fact that I'm seeing these recordings. Well, I'm sorry, liaison, unless you're going to get in a ship and come stop me, well, you're not going to stop me. Okay, so here we are in operations, and we have some mailboxes here. It looks like we have a cargo section. We also have a laundry facility. Let's look at what we have here. Crew record data down from 4 days ago, so this was apparently from before the accident. Okay, let's recover it. Please. The word please just appeared.
Alright, ladies. You have everything you need?
Yep-o. Thanks for offering to help.
Oh yeah, no problem. I mean, you know how much I love completely mindless busy work?
Kid, don't start. We don't even know if we're getting renewed yet.
Now, what's she looking at? Let's see. Yearly hand count inventory checklist, page 2. So this was likely related to what they were working on here. That's corrupted. Here's a text message with Clive. Yearly inventory quality insurance and count day. Already on it, trying to get it all done before the Obso Day party tomorrow, so I can party with a clear conscience. Understandable, but tomorrow's celebration will require your full attention. Do you think Evie would mind if... It's corrupted. No problem, 2 heads are better than 1. Probably means Roberta enlisting Natalie's help. Okay. And we have this. Personalized therapy with licensed practitioners. And Roberta says, maybe I'm trying to focus on the bright side with Nat. At least it pays well. The isolation pay, corrupted. Feel like I'm holding her back. She's up here on this shit posting because it's all I qualified for, and she could be somewhere so much better. Okay, I have to go do this yearly task thing now. Thanks for your time. And Penny says, thank you for using Ori. Bye, Roberta. Session ended. Your Ori licensed therapist today was Penny. Was your experience with Penny 5-star? Interesting. So she was in a personalized therapy session. Alright. Let's continue hearing their conversation.
They're getting renewed.
Okay, so if you're so sure, maybe we should just do our jobs then? So we'll get renewed again next year?
God, next year. Nah. I'm gonna quit.
Stop.
What? They don't even give me access to the system I'm supposed to be maintaining. I mean, are you kidding me?
Well, do you really need direct access to Odin?
It's the principle of the thing. I mean, what if they were like, hey Bert, your job's mechanical engineer, but, you know, don't touch anything under the hood?
Well, I'd still be pulling a paycheck for one thing.
Come on, you're a good engineer. You're totally gonna waste up here.
Well, didn't you say Evie was going to talk to corporate about giving you more access?
Yeah, but it never went anywhere.
That must be in reference to the one email that Evie received before the party began, the one that had her throwing up her hands like, what, seriously? So that's interesting. Alright, let's keep going.
Hey, oh, that's a good point, actually.
What?
Evie, can you get back to cargo?
On my way.
What are you doing?
Yeah, this'll work.
Nat!
Hey, remember when we talked about how I needed access to Odin's direct interface?
Uh-huh.
So how about this? Tell VT if they don't grant access to Odin, they're gonna have to find themselves a new network specialist.
Oh my god.
Nat, you're not even renewed yet.
You don't have access to Odin?
No, there's a whole part of the networking module I can't even get into.
People, everything on this station is VT's property. We're subcontractors. They get to decide what exactly we do and don't have access to. It's in all our paperwork. So if you want to quit, then just quit, but don't make me your go-between.
I mean, it is fair. How is she meant to do her job?
Clive.
Then again, rules are rules.
Nat, I'll think about it. But for now, how about you just get the rest of this job done while you still have it?
Aye, Captain.
That's interesting. So, Natalie really wanted access to Odin's systems, but of course the company was denying her at every turn. Alright, that's interesting. We've hit one check mark, but let's wind back.
So how about this?
Alright, so there's a point where we need to be hearing where the doctor was. And also the botanist and Clive. Now we can... Okay, let's follow Evie. Because Evie was with Clive. Let's keep moving. Okay, of course, they were talking, but Clive was doing something in here. Let's wind back. Coming from this direction. Okay, here's the beginning. And he was looking at something. Before we start the playback, let's see what he was looking at. Okay, so he was on a call with his friend Germ at Carnival. Alright. Corrupted. A message from the Orbital Hospitality and Logistics Union, remember your rights. February 29th, 2080 was scheduled to be the final day that commercial and industrial orbital facilities will be operated by human crew members. As corrupted, historic human oversight accord, putting a halt to the obsolescence of these brave workers in the face of advancing automation. It is your legal right to celebrate this momentous event on the last day of February each year, no matter what your employer claims. Report any attempts at worker suppression to your OHLU local representative. On behalf of all your fellow union workers, happy Obsolescence Day. So now we have a clue. Obsolescence Day is apparently a celebration of the anniversary of the Human Oversight Accord, which apparently prevented the loss of jobs by excessive automation. That's what I'm getting from this. Alright. And what have we got here? Banter, a guide for the inspired social climber. Make levity part of your workday. Shared references. Refer to your higher-ups by musing and informal phrases instead of boss, like fearless leader, skipper, and head honcho. Always one fellow who seems to forget his lunch more days than not and ends up buying the meatloaf from the company cafeteria, well, and so on and so forth from there. As you wish, mon capitan. Interesting. Alright.
Germ, are you there? Hello. Oh, about as well as could be expected. Yeah, we haven't heard who's staying on yet, and it can be a tense time, as you know. But how are things at Carnival? I trust you got back to terra firma safely? No! You're already headed back out towards Jupiter. Why, I thought that... Oh yes, come on in, love. So are you rounding Sol, then? That's tremendous. 8 months! Germ, I must leave now. Yeah, ring me again before the Resplendence leaves Earth space, won't you? Ta-ta. Sorry about that. An old friend from my Carnival days.
Consorting with the enemy?
Worry not, mon capitan. I am...
There's that mon capitan there.
nothing if not discreet.
Are you gonna miss me, Clive? I mean, if VT kicks one of us off of this pinwheel.
Miss you? How could I? The next thing VT would receive after ending your contract would be my letter of resignation.
Oh, so you think I'm the one who's getting shit canned?
I mean, considering how indispensable I am, naturally.
Evie, can you get back to cargo?
On my way.
May I?
Yeah, come on, traitor.
So do you suppose there's good news?
That'd be nice for a change. What is it?
Hey, remember when we talked about how I needed access to Odin's direct interface?
And we've seen the rest of this conversation through Roberta and Natalie's eyes. So there is there is definitely a relationship going on between Evie and Clive here. It's not apparently a one-way thing. Now, looking up there, looks like we see the doctor and possibly someone else. That could be Andrew the botanist. But before we go any further, let's go into Clive's office and see what we have here. We have a poster. Venturius Zenith Lunar Resort exterior. We have some shutters that can open and close. We have Venturius Zenith Lunar Resort main lobby. Okay. We have a drink bag. Oolong tea. Okay. We have multivitamins. What's in here? Hello. What do we have here? We have an apple. And we have some coconut lemon chewing gum. Okay. What was on his computer? Another ad for the Venturius belt. Notes to self. Call mother. Evie's birthday coming up. Gym locker 1407. A combination, perhaps? Send request Evie's special cat food. Don't slack off in gym. Search AR tutorial cake decoration. Okay. Text message. Contractor Sadiqui, we have received your inquiries about your application for position Venturius Belt Timeshare Sales Coordinator. As noted in our prior message, your materials are under review and will be considered along with all other applicants for this position. We will contact you with any further updates as necessary. So, he was looking for another job in case his contract wasn't renewed here on the station. Not a bad move. And his credentials. Logistics certification, hospitality, logistics certification. Okay. Alright, so we've learned his locker combination. That's interesting. Okay, so we've learned a few more clues. We learned that Natalie was once again pushing hard to get access to Odin's systems. We confirmed even further the relationship between Evie and Clive. And there are still, as of 4 days ago, concerns about whether their contracts would be renewed. So I would say this is a good place to stop. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time.